Hello. So at this point, we've been able to configure user flows and custom policy on our Azure AD B2C tenant. So let us say that you, for some reasons, are done with a particular Azure AD B2C tenant and you want to do a cleanup or decommission it. So now that's what we're going to do in this tutorial, in this video, is show you how to clean up your tenant. All right. So for starters, the first thing that we're going to do is to delete our users. So you basically go to users. Basically, I usually just leave this user here because it's more like an external Azure AD. It was imported from my actual um, default directory. All right. So I just basically leave this one. The next thing that we're going to do is to delete all the applications that we created under app registration. So come here, you see application. I'm just going to start from web app 1 and delete. All right, I understand. Delete. Come back here. You can now delete this because you're cleaning up and you wouldn't need it. But in a normal circumstance, you're not supposed to delete this app except you're doing a decommission like now. So delete the proxy identity experience framework. And lastly, identity experience framework. All right, great. So now the next thing that we're going to do is to delete any identity provider. But in this case, we didn't create any identity provider here, like we didn't create anything for ourselves. So the next, we'll just go to the user flow. All right, and then delete the user flow that you've created here. Let's click on delete. Yes, come here, delete. Yes, deleted. So after that, you want to go to Identity Experience Framework. You want to click on Manage, click on Policy Keys, and just delete all the policy keys. You have to type the name. Okay. So just repeat the same thing and delete all the keys. So now, after deleting all the keys that you've created here, you can go back to the custom policies. I'm just going to go a step back, come here, and then I'm going to delete all this custom policies created here. Right. The last thing that you want to do is go back to your default directory, that's to your tenant. All right. So this is my actual default directory where I do other Azure configurations and create my day-to-day Azure resources. And this is also where I created my B2C tenant from. So what I'm going to do now is click on Microsoft Entra ID and then click on Manage Tenants. So in Manage Tenants, I have just filtered to show only the tenants that has Azure AD B2C as the tenant type. All right. So now this is it here. I'm just going to click on it and then I'll click on delete. It's going to bring a checklist to ensure that you've done everything that is required before you can delete. So it says get permission to delete Azure resources. I click that. And then it says that this person can manage all Azure subscription. So I'm just going to click on yes and then save. All right. Usually you need to like sign out and sign in again for this to kick in. Let me see if it has kicked in anyway. Okay. Just switch directory. Let's go back to home, Microsoft Entra ID, click on manage tenant. So click on the tenant you want to delete, click on delete again. So now everything has the green tick, so we're good to go and delete. So now it's deleting the tenant Happy Cloud Solutions. Successfully deleted. So now as you can see, there is no more tenant with the type Azure AD B2C. So that means it's been deleted successfully. One last thing I want to do is to come to my resource group where I created my tenants, and that's the B2C resource group. And then I would want to delete this from here. Click on delete. And it's been deleted successfully. So you can go ahead and delete the resource group if you want to. I'm just going to delete the resource group too. All right, so now we've successfully decommissioned our Azure AD B2C tenant. I hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions, recommendations, or just some nice words. See you in the next video. Later.